been detained.
For what?
For using
I'm allowed to fly over. Don't you break it?
I'm gonna check that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna break it. Today free photo control.
Officer, before you carry on with the handcuffing,
There is.
I've actually spoke to two colleagues around the corner about this already.
Right.
Filming and droning today,
I need
right?
one additional.
So I'm not going to run away. I'm making a video. Can you let her know to take that off?
Right.
I'm happy to talk to you.
Right, yeah.
But just handcuff off.
Right, this is what I'm saying.
Handcuff off, please. Okay, you're opening yourself up for a claim. Tell your colleague to take the handcuffs off. It's not necessary. I'm not going to run away.
Welcome back to Operation Audit, the channel dedicated to exposing police misconduct and promoting accountability wherever public officials overstep their authority. Today's footage comes from DJ Media, and you'll find a link to their channel in the description below. A routine drone flight outside Coventry Police Station quickly takes an unexpected turn when DJ is confronted by an officer who wastes no time resorting to handcuffs before clearly explaining any legal authority for doing so. Rather than beginning with a lawful justification, the encounter appears to escalate almost immediately through physical intervention. As more officers arrive, the focus shifts from addressing what happened to attempting to justify the initial actions. Throughout the exchange, DJ repeatedly asks a straightforward question that every officer involved should be able to answer. Under what specific legal power are they acting? Instead of providing a clear response, the officers struggle to explain themselves, and when legislation is eventually mentioned, it raises even more concerns than it resolves. What began as an ordinary drone flight soon develops into an incident that could leave the force facing serious questions and a potential legal claim.
So what are you doing?
You are being detained.
For what?
For using
I'm allowed to fly over. Don't you break it?
I'm gonna check that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna break it. Today free photo control. I need two officers.
I'm not going anywhere.
I have apprehended the male who's using the drone.
I'm not going to run away. Can you let go of my hand?
Outside of Severn Trent.
I'm not going anywhere.
Okay,
I'm staying here.
that's alright, thank you. Can I put a handcuffs
I've
on?
already. Is it necessary?
Yes, it is.
I'm not going to go anywhere. I'll sit down if you want.
No, not necessary. Yes.
I already spoke to your colleagues today already about this.
Have you?
Yes.
I don't know that.
Okay. Well, you maybe should find that out before you put me in handcuffs because you'll be liable for a claim if so.
I
All right.
need to. I told you you're detained.
Okay. I'm not going to run away.
Okay.
I'm not going to run.
I'm still handcuffing you.
I've got the drone in my hand.
Could you please pass it to somebody else?
Can I put it in my bag?
You can.
Thank you. Officer, before you carry on with the handcuffing,
There is.
I've actually spoke to two colleagues around the corner about this already.
Right.
Filming and droning today,
I need
right?
one additional.
So I'm not going to run away.
person
I'm making a
to
video. Can
stand with the
you let her know to take that off?
Right.
I'm happy to talk to you.
Right, yeah. If
But
you
just
have to,
handcuff
that's
off.
fine. Right, just this is what I'm saying.
Handcuff off, please. Okay, you're opening yourself up for a claim. Tell your colleague to take the handcuffs off. It's not necessary. I'm not going to run away.
That's fine.
I'm making a video today.
Right. Which other colleagues did you speak to?
I'll explain. Take the handcuffs off. I'll sit down with you if you want.
Right from the outset, the officer seems to overlook the basic step of finding out what's actually happening. Rather than asking DJ why he's there or what he's doing, the interaction moves almost immediately to placing him in handcuffs, despite there being no clear indication that he was trying to run away or resist. Handcuffs are not intended to be the default response. They are generally expected to be used only when there is a genuine and proportionate need, such as preventing violence, stopping someone from escaping, or protecting evidence. The situation escalates further when additional officers are called to the scene. Even after DJ explains that he had already spoken with other officers who told him there was no issue with flying his drone from that location, the information is brushed aside rather than being verified, allowing the encounter to become increasingly confrontational instead of taking a moment to establish the facts.
I'm not
They're
taking the
for the
handcuffs
moment.
off.
Right. But
Can you put them in my bag for me, please?
Right, what's here?
Can one person?
In there. Careful of the wings. Careful of the wings.
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah?
Be careful.
All right. I'm not going anywhere, right? Is there a sergeant here? It's not illegal to fly the drone over here, you know that, don't you? It's not illegal.
Well, I'll find out.
Okay, fair enough.
I have the power to make reasonable inquiries.
Yeah, that's
You will
fine.
allow
Can
me
you
to.
take my phone out of my pocket and video it for me?
I've already got it, mate. I've got it.
Oh, can you hold it in front of my face to get it?
If you can confirm me which colleagues have actually...
I will do, yeah, no problem. Can you video it on there?
Yeah.
Hold it sideways for me, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course I can, mate.
I don't have to explain. The drone here is not illegal,
Right.
but I have spoken to your colleagues already today regarding filming and droning.
Right, which colleagues were these?
I couldn't tell you, but PCSOs.
The PTSOs?
Yes.
Right.
But they told it was in the car park round the big one, the big car park.
Right.
Inside.
Right.
Did that,
223
came round here to do the drone, got the drone down.
Okay.
Your colleague runs out and handcuffs me.
Try to obtain
what is the
details from
reason
this
you're
man. He
actually
has
filming
stated
this? What
that
is the reason
he's
you're
spoken
filming it?
previously to
Do I
other
have to explain?
officers
I'm just asking a
about
simple question.
filming
What is the reason you're
as
Making
well
a video.
as
About what? Right.
3 other individuals
Any reason
or
you
he
film
with him
PlayStation
filming
What
us.
purpose? What is the main
I
purpose?
explained to your colleagues over there earlier what I was doing,
Yeah.
why I was filming the cars around the corner, and
Yeah.
they radioed it through.
Are you
It's fine.
serious?
Stated that he spoke with another police officer about filming the video of the police station. So far,
In that car park over there, around the corner.
there's also 3 another individuals
They go behind that big building.
filming all the interaction with the phones as well.
You happily got it? Or do you want me to stay here?
Guys, can I just,
My colleague alone.
I'll go and check that PRC then.
can we check the handcuffs are necessary? I'm not going to run away. I haven't resisted or anything.
I haven't put them
I'm
on.
clearly making a video, but your colleagues put them on.
So that's up to my colleague.
Every
She's
second I'm in
just
these is obviously for you guys going to cost because I will claim. Take them off.
That's-
I'll
that's
sit
what-
down.
Yes, overheard.
That's my colleague. She's put them on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you happy to take them off?
They've been
I'll
applied.
happily explain what I'm doing.
They've been
Yeah,
applied.
take that handcuffs off, please. Thank you.
Do you understand why we're doing what we do?
No.
Okay.
When you run out, like you have, out of control, put these on. You panicked.
Out of control.
You have a little bit. Your colleagues didn't do that.
Yes.
Come out, ask the male what they're doing, and if I don't give you a reasonable explanation, then you need to act.
DJ repeatedly makes it clear that he has no intention of leaving, yet the officer continues to keep him in handcuffs without identifying any specific factor that would make their continued use necessary. When he points out that operating a drone is not in itself a criminal offense, the response is simply that they'll determine that later. That answer is particularly striking because police powers are expected to be based on reasonable suspicion of an offense, not used while officers decide whether one has actually been committed. The eventual decision to remove the handcuffs only adds weight to that concern. As the conversation continues, the officer asks whether DJ understands why they're acting as they are, but understanding an officer's perspective is not the same as providing a lawful basis for restricting someone's freedom. Any interference with a person's liberty should be supported by clear, objective grounds rather than relying on the expectation that members of the public will simply accept the officer's actions without explanation.
You should be aware that
It's gonna
officers can be varied.
go and get those in the shot as well.
Officers can be varied of the surveillance.
Am I still detained?
No, I'm releasing you.
Okay.
Yes, you're detained. I need to obtain your details, please.
So, what, you've released me, but I'm re-detained, or? Can you say
not-
what
no.
section am I detained under, or no? Am I detained still, yes?
I would have to obtain your details if that's all right with you.
Under which section? If I was you, I'd just leave it there. I'll happily talk, but I wouldn't re-detain me if I was you. That's my advice. It's up to you what you do. I'm not running away.
Are you happy to stay and provide the details?
I'm happy to stay and talk. No details. Hello.
The exchange becomes even more difficult to follow when the officer first tells DJ that he is free to go, only to moments later insist that she now needs to obtain his personal details. That's a notable change in position because whenever officers restrict someone's movement or require information, they should be able to explain the precise legal authority allowing them to do so. DJ continues asking the same clear question throughout the encounter: under which legal provision is he being detained? Despite being given multiple opportunities, no one provides a direct explanation of the legislation or the specific power they are relying on to demand his details. That lack of clarity is significant because police authority is not something that can be exercised without explanation. It must be grounded in an identifiable legal power that officers are able to state and justify at the time. When that straightforward question cannot be answered, it inevitably prompts further scrutiny over whether the action being taken has a proper legal foundation.
Do I have to show you?
Well, technically we have the power to search if we wanted, but I'm trying to...
Power to search or power to examine the drone?
Both
I
actually.
don't think you've got power to search because I'm no longer detained, but you do have power to examine the
Yeah,
drone.
I'm trying to explain it.
Go on.
Okay, it's just what make is it?
Well,
Make a model.
if I have to, tell me and I'll show you.
I'm making it so that I'm trying to avoid having to do further inquiries, because if it's over a certain weight...
Yes. Would you like to know the weight of the drone?
What weight is it you got?
249 gram.
Right. That's fine. No,
Yeah.
okay. I know exactly about type, then yes, he's licensed to, he doesn't need a license to fly that one.
That's fine.
Right,
I
which is
wasn't
fine.
there, was I? I just came out.
6741. You've been very reasonable. Why has your colleague come out to handcuff me? Can I ask?
Okay. At the moment, I can't comment because I don't know, because I wasn't here.
Okay. Can you explain why you did that?
I am
or not?
wary of people doing hostile surveillance.
Yeah.
Surveillance.
But what crime did you suspect me of committing with the drone? Can I just, for my own knowledge, so I don't do it again?
No, there's certain offences. One is that you can't fly within 50 metres of the person. That's part of the legislation.
Not that drone, right?
No, any drone, you shouldn't be able to fly within 50 metres.
249 you can.
Yeah, no, within 50 metres it's any drone. You
No,
don't
over
need to have a license.
over 250 gram it is.
Yeah, no, any line.
I can show you if you want.
No, it's okay. Right, but also
Right.
we have...
Come round here and film. Can I film now? Thanks.
No, we do have terrorism laws which worry about hostile reconnaissance.
I'm going to keep filming, am I right?
Another officer then states with complete confidence that the police have the authority to search and inspect the drone. Yet even after DJ repeatedly asks, no one identifies the legislation that supposedly provides that power. If DJ is no longer being detained and no alternative statutory authority has been explained, that unanswered question becomes increasingly important. The discussion then shifts to the drone itself, with another officer asserting that a 249-gram drone cannot be flown within 50 meters of people. However, that is presented as a blanket restriction when the UK Civil Aviation Authority's framework distinguishes between different drone categories, allowing many drones of that weight to operate much closer to uninvolved people than larger aircraft. When DJ offers to show the relevant guidance to clarify the rules, the officer declines to look at it. That response speaks for itself. Anyone responsible for enforcing restrictions should be prepared to verify that their understanding is accurate before insisting that someone else has misunderstood the law. Instead, the conversation continues without that willingness to check the facts, leaving the uncertainty unresolved.
But at the moment, I'm quite happy you don't need a licence for that one, sir. We're not going to detain you further. With being seen with that's the type, you don't need to seize it or anything like that. What we would say is just be mindful of doing things like that.
You mean like explain to your colleagues earlier what I was doing?
Yeah.
I've done that.
I said, no, I'm just saying this. I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong.
It's not a case of
What we're
that, but
turning
if our
around and
colleagues
saying
haven't
is,
told us, look, we're here...
Is that my issue?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's your issue.
Right.
But if we're not being informed of something, we have to react the way we have to react.
you could get an
That makes
officer.
sense.
You haven't reacted badly.
If that makes sense to you.
You came out very panicked. I was calm. You came out and you've made me irate, thinking, what the hell's going on? Right?
To explain one thing which
It's
has
my
been
job to
happening is-
act.
yeah.
It's my job to act.
So,
Were the handcuffs necessary?
at the moment, we
That
have
was my
the-
perception.
I'll explain to you. At the moment, we've got offenders in the rear yard. Right? People try to get them to escape or help them escape. Right? There's an ongoing incident going on in there where we have got people. Right? And
Is your yard secure?
right,
I presume it is, yeah?
people have got over it before.
That's not good, mate.
I know.
That's not good.
I said we.
You mean out
The prisoner.
or in?
Your
Yeah, they do
drone.
both.
Your drone was directly
Over the years.
above me, and I stood with the prisoner in the van.
You're in the middle, were you?
The explanation then changes once again, with the officer suggesting that the entire situation arose because earlier information had not been passed between colleagues. If that's the case, it points to an internal communication failure rather than anything DJ himself did to justify being placed in handcuffs. The female officer repeatedly maintains that she was simply carrying out her responsibilities, but that only addresses part of the issue. An officer's role is not just to take action, but to ensure that any action is lawful, reasonable, and proportionate to the circumstances. Acting first and trying to establish the legal basis afterwards runs contrary to the principles that govern the use of police powers. As the discussion continues, another explanation is offered, referring to previous occasions when people had climbed over barriers in the area, seemingly to support the officer's response. However, past incidents involving other individuals do not automatically justify treating someone else as a suspect. Decisions made by police should be based on the behavior of the individual in front of them and on the reasonable grounds that exist at that specific moment, not on unrelated events that happened at some earlier time.
Or the middle?
And your drone was above me at approximately 50 meters height.
It was lower than that. 30 meters.
Okay.
I'm allowed to do that though.
The prisoner who
Yeah.
I stood with said, I do not wish to be filmed by anyone, and I'll give my permission. Could you ensure that my privacy is respected?
That's unfortunate, isn't it? Because,
Well, he's a suspect at the moment.
okay.
But we're
He-
worried
he's
that
a
someone...
suspect.
Are you telling me you care about his privacy?
Yes, I do.
You're going to go in there, you're going to fingerprint him, take his photo, probably tell the media about the arrest. It happens. You don't care about his privacy, do you? Come on. You care about the drone being up. But it's legal, unfortunately.
Yeah,
And-
we're
That's
happy
your
it's
opinion,
legal.
what I care about.
Okay, it's legal. We'll leave it to you, sir. But what we would be saying is, if you do fly something like over that, not every officer knows. And so you might be asked to account for what's going on.
I've got no issue with that.
Yeah.
I've got the issue of being handcuffed. Had you came out and just say stay here, all right, overreaction, but fine. I wouldn't have ran away. Handcuffs.
If you have issue with that, then you are quite welcome within your right to...
What did you actually detain me for when you handcuffed me? At that point, I know you undetained me, but what?
DJ makes it clear that his main objective is straightforward. He wants to know the specific legal provision under which he was detained so he can challenge the decision through the proper channels if necessary. Despite that repeated request, the officer who initially detained him never identifies the section being relied upon. Another officer then explains that he had just been reading aviation legislation before coming outside and suggests it gives police the authority to stop and search someone they believe is committing an offense. Even if he is referring to the Air Navigation Order 2016, that legislation regulates the operation of aircraft, including drones, rather than serving as a standalone general stop and search power for police. If a different statutory power is being relied upon, the expectation is that officers should be able to identify the relevant provision and explain why it applies to the circumstances in front of them. Saying that the legislation was only looked up moments earlier does little to resolve the issue and instead creates the impression that the legal basis is being identified after the detention has already taken place, rather than forming the foundation for the decision in the first place.
Was it actually for at that point? Just so I know for my record, when I report it, what section of the law did you actually put them on for at that point? You know what I mean? You detained me, but you didn't search, but you were going to, presumably.
Yeah. She has the power to search you under the, I'm trying to think exactly what, it's the, not maritime, it's the air law. They brought it out in 2016, but we have the power to stop and search people using drone if we think that they are breaking the law. Right? Under that power, she has the power.
I've never heard of that one before, mate.
Yeah, it's strange enough. I've just checked. It's on the line.
You can do the terrorism act if you want to try that,
No, it actually says that she has the power to stop and search you if she thinks that you're breaking some of the air rules. Right? I think
what,
it's
by flying?
2016.
By flying?
Yeah, within 50
Like what
metres
you
of
said
people.
earlier,
That's wrong, that is.
Yeah.
It's not within
I said, but
50
that's what it
metres,
says online. Because
like I said earlier,
physically
it's not
checked.
Yeah. That drone, that 249 gram, can fly as close to people or buildings as I like.
Yeah. I said, but,
That's the law.
But we don't know it's 249
Yeah.
grams, do we?
We can't look at the drone and
But you come out and you say, get the drone down, which you're entitled to do, ground it. Can I check the weight?
That's the power that she's gone and searched you under. It's under that section, right? She has the power to stop and search you. If you have an issue with that, you are more than happy to report it to the Westminster.
Before you go,
Yeah.
can you radio through if you need to and get the exact quotation?
When someone suggests radioing through to confirm the exact legislation, another officer dismisses the idea, openly saying there would be little point because those on the other end probably wouldn't know either, adding that he had only searched for it online before coming outside. That admission is particularly revealing. Officers are not expected to know every piece of legislation by heart, but when they detain someone while claiming to be acting under a specific legal power, they should already be able to identify the authority they are relying upon. Eventually, the Air Traffic Management and Unmanned Aircraft Act 2021 is mentioned, yet no one goes on to identify the particular provision that supposedly authorized the actions taken against DJ. Producing the name of an act alone is not the same as explaining the legal power being exercised. The situation becomes even more frustrating when the officer who initiated the encounter tells DJ to look it up for himself. That overlooks the central issue entirely because it is not the responsibility of a member of the public to investigate the legal basis for a detention after the fact. The obligation to clearly explain the authority being used rests with the officers exercising that power.
Of that maritime.
They won't have a clue because I've just looked it up on Google. If you look under that...
Can you do that for me now? I'm not expecting you to know it right now, but to check and to tell me, so that when you leave, I can report it and say, this officer detained me for, so they said, section of whatever. Does that make sense to you?
I hope you have a very good day today with the filming, with the interaction.
I was relaxed. I'm now a little bit irate now.
Are you?
So I've been grabbed on the arm, I've been handcuffed. And you ran out of breath. I wonder what you were going to do at that point.
I wasn't
You're more.
No, but you ran over like ready to go, right? Ready to chase me or to, I don't know. I didn't run, but...
So obviously you're more than likely to make a complaint about it. It's up to you, you're entitled to make a complaint, but at the same time...
It won't be a complaint, it'll be a civil matter.
That's fine. That's completely up to you and that's absolutely fine. But officers reacted to something that she saw potentially have been an issue. We need to clarify details. She's acted under her own discretion.
Would you have done the same? Would you have handcuffed me?
next time perhaps, you know, suspicion of crime will be there. I'll walk casually, you know, with no rush.
My advice would to be run out if you need to, but when you can see I'm clearly not running away and I'm clearly not gonna try and tackle you.
Just a short distance from me, wait for the gates to open and see you then.
Film that. If we think a drone could be connected to an offence, we can make you land the drone, stop and search people or vehicles to find drones or drone equipment.
Yeah.
But that doesn't state the section of the
well,
law.
you can find
That's
a
Google.
code and find it yourself.
So
Then
Part 3 of the Air Traffic Management and Unmanned Aircraft Act of 2021.
If we think the drone could be connected to an offence.
Yeah, which means that if it's over 250 grams and we think that you need a licence...
So you come out, you check, and if that's the case, if the drone's heavier, then you detain me and search.
okay.
You don't come out and detain and then check.
That's how
You can detain then check.
and
We need to detain you, then check it. Then yes, we can detain and then check.
No, but you've got a right under Schedule 8 of that act to come out, ground the drone, examine the drone. You've got the right to do that without any detainment. Come out, do that, and if it's over, then go further, right?
We go madness, yeah, because if you want to make a
No, we're not.
complaint, you can complain to West Midlands Police, but unfortunately we haven't achieved.
You know you overreacted, right? You know that, right?
Okay,
I know
we'll
I
leave
did
it
not
with you.
overreacted, but I know this is a provoked stunt. So I'm happy to be on your show. Please make a claim, complaint with the West Midlands Police.
I won't make a complaint with you guys, I'll make a civil claim with the lawyer.
Absolutely, yes.
It's fine. You're more than welcome to do that.
You are entitled.
Had you not put the handcuffs on, I did give you the opportunity to not do
Is there
it.
anything else you require from me?
Shoulder number 22384?
834.
Yeah? Alright. Have a nice day.
Have a good day
Well,
too.
see you then.
Thank you for your
Take care,
time.
The latest information I was able to find comes directly from DJ, who says that HNK solicitors are now representing him and have issued a formal letter of claim against West Midlands Police. A letter of claim is typically the first formal stage of a civil action, outlining the allegations before any court proceedings begin. After watching the full encounter, it's understandable why the matter has progressed to that stage. The closing moments of the incident also reinforce the point DJ had been raising throughout the exchange. He explains that the Air Traffic Management and Unmanned Aircraft Act 2021 gives officers certain powers relating to drone operations, but those powers do not automatically require the detention of the person flying the drone. Rather than addressing that distinction or explaining why detention was considered necessary in this case, the officers simply state that the conversation is going in circles before ending the discussion and walking away. Perhaps the most striking aspect of the encounter isn't that officers approached someone operating a drone, but that they relied on powers they later struggled to clearly identify and explain. Effective policing depends not only on knowing what powers exist, but also on understanding when they apply and where their limits lie. Members of the public should receive a clear explanation at the time decisions are made, not one pieced together after the fact. Whatever conclusions viewers reach, this footage serves as a reminder that police actions should be guided by a clear legal foundation from the outset. If you found this analysis useful, please leave a like, share the video with others, and subscribe to the channel for more breakdowns covering public accountability and police interactions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.